always does what you don't expect them to do. Taking you back to 1986. They passed the Tax Reform Act, which is one of Ronald Reagan's beauties. And 8 million millionaires went bankrupt. They didn't do anything wrong. They did exactly what the law told them they could do with their investments. And the government changed the rules, and they didn't grandfather anybody in. And so the government may very well say, this is the way it's going to be, and let's say they passed it in December of this year. They might say it's retroactive to January 1st. Who knows what they're going to do? And I use that Tax Reform Act as an example, showing you how people got screwed who did nothing wrong. And it was all because they wanted the money. And so that gives you more impetus to consider blowing it out. And the same thing with these insurance policies. I mean, who knows who's going to be in business? I mean, the Hartford and Lincoln are getting $2 or $3 billion. Why? Well, there can only be one conceivable reason why. They're on the edge of bankruptcy. That's why. And if they don't tell us the condition they're in, we don't know, and all we can do is guess. And with this, smoke, there might be some fire. I go through these questions every day with people. And, you do what you want to do. Those are the facts. Those are the guesses.
This question has been, just like the first quarter of 2008, we are hearing predictions of $12.50 plus gold and $25 plus silver spot prices for 2009. As we are aware, the financial mobsters like the Fed, Treasury, and central banks are able to push and hold down the spot price for precious metals with consistent success. It is Jan's opinion that the precious metals will not see any significant rally until this invisible hand significantly reduces their efforts of manipulation. What will it take to bring this about in 2009?
Who is this he's talking about?
Well, he's talking about the manipulation.
No, I want to know who he's quoting.
It's his own statement.
Oh. Well, you don't know any more about it than I do. And let me put it this way. I would rather be owning gold and silver coins 3 years from now than I would an investment in the stock market, the bond market, or any place else. So, dear writer, you don't have a choice. You either buy gold and silver-related assets, or you're going to get screwed anyway. And even if gold and silver don't go up, they're going to be worth one heck of a lot more in a hyperinflationary environment than any other investment, and it showed that last year, in spite of the manipulation by our government. So all things will be equal in the end. The only wrinkle in that is once hyperinflation ends, you want to be out of silver because it'll go down. But other than that, and then you switch that money over into gold. Other than that, you have no place to go. And if you think you're going to go in and play the stock market and make money, you're sadly mistaken. I spent 28 years in that business. I was a trader for 25 years. I was one of the biggest brokers in the nation. And if you think you can trade your way in and out, good luck. Because 95% of people like you who trade markets lose.
Why, Bob, is there such a need to be involved in markets when there's, is it just the gambling in us that we want to make the quick buck, or have we been conditioned over a long period of time, or have we been put in positions where it's such a struggle every day that we look for anything for the little possible gain, for the carrot, to me, I'd rather sit on the sidelines, buy my gold, be safe, and let everything fall and do what it has to do and then get in when I have a sure thing. Right now, I think gold is a sure thing. So,
and it has been for over 8 years.
Yeah.
We're in a bull market. It's been tried and proven in spite of the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune created by our government and the Illuminati, which controls our government.
So why is there such a need?
It's been a heck of an investment. It will continue to be, even if it doesn't go up one penny. These people just don't get it. I mean, they're always figuring, how do we do this and how do we do that, when they're ill-equipped and trained to do so. It's simple. Don't make it difficult. There are not lots of people who are losing money in gold and silver investments. Some are, and there always will be, because they bought at the wrong time. It's nobody's fault, not theirs or anybody else's. Markets are fickle, and our government's corrupt. You live in a corrupt country. It really fractures me when I hear people say, well, Mombasa is corrupt, South Africa is corrupt, Bulgaria is corrupt, Argentina, Mexico. The most corrupt government in the world since the Roman Empire is the United States government and the people who control it. Second in line is Europe. Only they run around, all of them, with nice suits that cost $3,000 or $4,000, and they speak well and they're well educated, but they still steal your money because they don't come in with a ski mask and a gun. Doesn't mean that they're not crooks, because they are. That's exactly what they are. It's not a business deal. It's a crime. For 28 years, I watched insider trading 1 million times a day. Nobody went to jail. Poor Martha Stewart did 6 months for doing nothing. Bernard Madoff gets to sit in his luxurious surroundings because he's connected. Our government, our country is a disgrace to humankind. Next question.
An Associated Press investigation found that none of the banks was willing to disclose what they were doing with hundreds of billions of dollars distributed through direct injections of federal money. Evidently, the Treasury does not use any tracking mechanisms on the advanced funds of $700 billion to the institutions. Does not this non-transparency further erode the very confidence the Treasury seeks to restore?